All right, so moving on. Becky, Sex Rollins' daddy. What's going on after the NXT Championship run, which was a great run, if you ask me. It has been this year the most successful championship run. I don't care what nobody tell me. And do you guys think they doing this to push her and Rhea to Mania?
It was the Bex run.
What's the best? I like that.
That is so cheesy, but also really good.
Yo,
Thank you. I'll be here
Yeah,
all
I
week.
was like, God dang, don't tip your waitress or anything.
Be the king of cringe on this podcast.
hey, there's only one thing I can say after that. You're so brilliant.
Dummy. Yeah.
Dummy. Yeah.
So, elaborate a little more, or that's where you stop.
No, I honestly like Becky is great. Like outside of Rhea, she's the top. Like she's the only contender for Rhea's title that I can see. There's no one else. Like I see faces shaking here, but she's honestly the only person that can contend with that title. Who do you see? Like I know you guys are next. Like who do you honestly see? Nia? No, get out of here. Who do you see? There's nobody there. You see one of them submission specialists? Get out of here. They're terrible on the mic. Come on, get out of here. Go ahead. You're next. Go.
All right, yeah. So I have two options for you.
Oh my god.
There's two options that can look. Don't get me wrong. I think Rhea's doing amazing. She is manipulating and controlling the Judgment Day. There are two women, and I'm going to start off with the one that's not my most favorite yet, but it's going to be Jade.
I know it. I couldn't even predict him now.
Jade is going to come in, and because of the stump, the huge fucking amazing thing they did as far as bringing her in, she's going to get a great title shot. And she may win it. It may not be right now, but she will win it from Rhea. Second, and I think y'all know where I'm going to go with this. I know she's lost a couple times, but you know where I'm going to go. You know I'm going to go with my minus A cup Raquel Rodriguez. She is due for a freaking title shot.
Minus A
cup. Minus A cup.
Jits, take it.
Let me take the ball here from you real quick. To your point about Raquel, and I'll get into the Becky and the whole NXT situation. But Raquel, yes, she's pretty damn intimidating looking. She can match Rhea physically. Her charisma and her mic skills and her selling to the
lack of boob job.
Lack of that too. Like I have bigger tits, but it's okay. It's fine. I'm not tit shaming. I don't want to tit shame. Okay, but I love girls with A cups, all sizes. Okay, but let me just throw that in there. However, she's not it. She does not connect with the fans that well. Okay, now moving along to the NXT Becky situation. Becky is, in my opinion, this is an alternative opinion that no one has had yet. Becky is in the twilight of her career. Why? She is a mother. How long can she keep Rue in that locker room? How long can she raise a daughter? Every mother wants their daughter, every parent wants their kid to have stability. She's going to start starting school soon. How long can Becky keep this up? Or even Seth, like how long till both of them say, I want to raise my daughter in an environment which is not in a WWE locker room. And I think what her losing the title to the Crow, basically,
Little Mommy,
the female, whatever, yeah, Little Mommy, losing it to Little Mommy. Okay, fine, but then she moves on to Rhea, and I think Rhea wins, and I think we're taking the Cena route here, where she's like, okay, I'm done.
Go
And
ahead.
that
No.
I got a point on that where he was talking about the whole child thing. Don't Cody and doesn't he have a kid?
yes, but she's not really there.
Yeah, but they tour on the bus and all that stuff. Like they can do that.
Infant though.
Like they have money. Like they have assets that we can't even fathom of having. They make multi-million dollars. They can have tutors and all that stuff on the road with them.
And school is already going online anyway. So
It's not like I taught my son home. That was probably the worst thing I could have done. But I mean, for COVID, I did it. Like
Same. Yeah.
it
But
was
when I,
better than going to school. I'm just saying, like it's.
I don't think the child aspect of
see where he's
of
going with it though.
I do
I
too, but I'm just saying, like it's something that
I don't think
think
that's not the tipping point. The tipping point is definitely not the child.
it's not a tipping point, but at some point you got to think of the possibility, as Jit say, as a parent, you want to say, I want to dedicate more time to being there all the time, not just within.
The passion that those two have for the ring,
It's crazy
right.
though.
there's no way. There's
But
no
look-
way.
But look at their injuries. Both, I mean, yes, it's kind of a storyline with Seth, with Shinsuke and his back, right? But he's been banged up. She's been banged up. How much longer can they take this?
Oh, I agree. I agree. Injury wise, you want to take it to an injury route? Absolutely. These
That-
two have zero. We're getting close to Seth and Becky taking a step back for a while, and then eventually, hopefully, I'm saying this honestly. I hope the injuries aren't bad enough where they take so much time off that they end up in John Cena's boat.
Seth's
Right.
going to
Because because Seth and Becky both have already said they do want to go to Hollywood. I would hate to see both of them do that, but I know they'd be good at it. I just don't, or at least Becky, unless it's OnlyFans.
Okay, so my thing about Becky's NXT championship run, why I say is probably the most successful one this year, is because it brought so many eyes to NXT, and it got people looking at NXT to the point where a lot of people, and it's on my comments all the time, a lot of people are now watching NXT regularly just because of that attention. And you got to give some of that props to Dom and Rhea as
Yeah.
well.
And
So-
you have to give props to, and it
Becky-
was the right place at the right time. Tony Khan, by his own stupidity, ran his mouth, and then he brought
Exactly.
on NXT.
Exactly. So that I was gonna go towards that point a little different, but I can agree with you on that. Also, I think the reason why she's being pushed to Mania, her and Rhea and Becky had somewhat of a rub before, but not at the level that they at now, right?
No.
So Rhea put Charlotte to sleep at WrestleMania last year, right? For her to become that dominant champion that Triple H wants her to be, she needs a name like Becky on WrestleMania. It can't be nowhere else. I'm pretty sure she's gonna get a big match for Elimination Chamber because that's home. It's gonna happen. But I think is the best call. Now, go ahead.
do you see her beating Becky at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
No.
That would be.
Wow.
I
do.
said it happens.
I do.
I don't see
I-
her. I don't see her going over a year.
I'm gonna go ahead and use this moment. Hold on. I'm gonna BRB myself while you all fight this one out. I'll be right back.
I think so only because you gotta keep in mind that Rhea is the female version of Roman when it comes to Triple H.
Facts.
I really saw her time winding down and Becky getting ready to take over.
They about to get started with Rhea, bro. If you look at Rhea's run, she hasn't even been defending her. She hasn't even had a real feud other than that little stuff with Raquel. Her biggest feud is gonna be when Liv Morgan comes back now, because I think that's really gonna be her next feud. I mean, she gonna get over Zoe now in Survivor Series, but heading into Royal Rumble, I could see Liv Morgan being that feud, because Liv Morgan gonna have to come back to a great programming.
I think they
Be-
should turn Liv heel.
I
They
think so
can't.
too.
They can't. Not going
But they
against.
can because of Rhea. You
Not.
can't have two heels going
Yeah,
against each other.
that's gonna be terrible.
But they
But
did it before. But when her acting batshit crazy, kind of like acting a little bit like Alexa. But that's another one. That's another one. Like how long we got Alexa Bliss to come back? Where's she going? Do we stick her in there with in the fucking the pack? What do we
I was
do?
I was telling you guys the other day when we was watching NXT that they have so many females. WWE could really do a freaking show, all women
They could.
roster, bro.
They could. They should do that. What was that? The pay per view they did a few years ago with all women? They could do that again. Surprised
we
they haven't.
wouldn't we wouldn't need Stephanie to be back for that.
No,
Stephanie's the one that would put that in the books. I don't see no